Hello and welcome to IFO Institute. My name is Khushbu Shah and I am working as software developer in IFO Technolabs Private Limited. In last session, I discussed about OOPS concept. In this session, I am going to talk about basics of .NET. So in this session, I am going to cover operators, control statements, and access modifiers. So before starting about operators, let me have a brief introduction about OOPS, that is Object-Oriented Programming Language. So Object-Oriented Programming Language is a programming language which is based on objects rather than the logic as seen in procedural language. Now C# provides many operators which are symbols that specify which operators, that is math, indexing, function call, etc. to perform in an expression. Operators, it is a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical manipulation. C# has rich set of built-in operators and provides the following types of operators. There are arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, assignment operators, MISC operators. Now, what are arithmetic operators? So there are following arithmetic operators: plus symbol, that is add two operators, that is a plus b. If a is equal to 10 and b equal to 20, then it will return 30. Similarly, minus, that subtracts the two operator, a minus b will give minus 10. Third one is asterisk, that is multiply both operators, that is a into b will give 200. Fourth one is divide, that divide numerator by denominator, that is b by a will give 2. Modulo, that is modulus operator and remainder of after an integer division. So b module a will give 0. Plus operator, this is increment operator, increases the integer value by 1. If we will write a plus plus, then it will return 10 plus 1, that is 11. Minus, similar as vice versa of increment operator, that is decrement operator. Decrement operator decreases integer value by 1. A minus will return 9. Then next is relational operators. So these are relational operators. Double equal to sign, it will check if the values of two operands are equal or not. If yes, then condition becomes true. That is, left hand side variable must be equal to right hand side variable. If we compare a equal to b, then it is not true because 10 is not equal to 20. Now second one is exclamation mark equal to, that is it checks for two where operands are not equal to. So here you can see if we compare a not equal to b, then it will return to true because 10 is not equal to 20. Greater than, checks if the value of left operand is greater than the value of right operand. If yes, then condition becomes true. That is, if a is greater than b, so 10 is greater than 20, no, so it will return false. Next is less than, checks if the value of left operand is less than value of right operand. If we compare a is less than b, then 10 is less than 20, so it will become true. Second is greater than or equal to, checks if the left operand is greater than or equal to the value of right operand. If yes, then condition becomes true. If a is greater than or equal to b, then it means 10 is greater than or equal to 20. So 10 is not greater than 20 and 10 is not equal to 20. So it will return not true. Next is less than equal to. Check if the values of left operand is less than or equal to the value of right operand. So here 10 is less than or equal to 20. 10 is not equal to 20, but yes, 10 is less than 20. So it will return true. Now logical operators. There are three different logical operators. Double AND, that is logical AND, called logical AND operator. If both the operands are non-zero, then condition becomes true. If a and b is false, if a equal to, for example, if a equal to true and b equal to false, then a true and b both are AND operators, so it will return false. OR operator, that is logical OR operator. If any of the two operand is non-zero, then condition become true. If we compare A or B, then it will return true because one of them, A, is true. Third is not equal to logical NOT operator, used to reverse the logical state of its operand. If condition is true, then logical NOT operator will make it false. For example, here you can see A and B will give false, but logical NOT will convert it to true. Next is bitwise operator. So here you can see bitwise operators. Binary AND operators copies a bit to result if it exists in both operands. Binary OR operator copies a bit if it exists in either operand. Binary XOR operator copies the bit if it is set in one operand but not both. Binary ones complement operator is unary and has effect of flipping bits. Binary left shift operator, the left operand's value is moved left by number of bits specified by right operand. Binary right shift operator, the left operand's value is moved right by the number of bits specified by right operand. Next are assignment operators. Here are following assignment operators. Binary AND operator copies a bit to the result of it exists in both the operands. C equal to A plus B, that means assigned value of A plus B into C. Plus equal to and add an assignment operator. It adds right operand to the left operand and assigns the result to a left operand. Here you can see C plus equal to A is equivalent to C equal to C plus A. Similarly, subtracts and assignment operator. It subtracts right operand from the left operand and assigns the right to left operand. C minus equal to A is equivalent to C equal to C minus A. Multiply AND operator. Multiply equal to. So multiply AND assignment operator. It multiplies right operand with a left operand and assign the result to left operand. Here you can see C multiply equal to A is equivalent to C equal to C into A. Divide and assignment operator. It divides left operand with the right operand and assign the result to left operand. So here you can see C divide equal to A is equivalent to C equal to C divide A. Modulo equal to operator. So modulo and assignment operator. It takes modules using two operands and assign the result to left operand. C modulo equal to A is equivalent to C equal to C modulo A. Assignment operators are still there. Left shift and assignment operator. If you write C left shift operator equal to 2 is same as C equal to C less than 2. Right shift and assignment operator is same as C equal to C less than 2, greater than 2. Bitwise and assignment operator C and equal to 2 is same as C equal to C and 2. Bitwise exclusive OR and assignment operators. C bitwise exclusive OR 2 is same as C equal to C bitwise exclusive OR 2. Modulo equal to bitwise exclusive OR and assignment operator. So C bitwise OR equal to 2 is equal to C equal to C bitwise OR. Control statements. So statement that determines whether other statement will be executed. If statement decides whether to execute another statement or decide which of two statements to execute. If else, if the Boolean expression evaluates to true, then if block of code is executed, otherwise else block of code is executed. A switch statement decides which of the several statements to execute. For loops are typically used to execute the controlled statement a given number of times. For loop can decide for n number of times you can for loop through it, and it will display result according to it. For each statement repeats a group of embedded statements for each element in an array or an object collection that implements. While loop test whether a condition is true before executing that controlled statement. Do while loop tests whether a condition is true after executing the controlled statement. Now there are some of the access modifiers which we are using in C#. Public. So what is public? The public keyword is an access modifier for types and type member. Public access is the most permissive access level. Accessibility. It can be accessed by objects of the class. It can be accessed by derived class. Private. Private members are accessible only within the body of a class or the struct in which they are declared. Accessibility, it cannot be accessed by the object and it cannot be accessed by derived classes. Next is protected. A protected member is accessible for within the class in which it is declared and from within any class derived from the class that declared this member. Accessibility cannot be accessed by objects, by derived classes. Next one is internal. Access modifier for types and type members. We can declare a class as internal or its member as internal. Internal members are accessible only within flies in the same assembly. Access is limited exclusively to classes defined within the current project assembly. Its accessibility is in same assembly, that is public. Can be accessed by objects of the class. Can be accessed by derived class. In other assembly, that is internal. Cannot be accessed by the object. Cannot be accessed by derived classes. Next is protected internal. The protected internal accessibility means protected or internal, not protected and internal. In other words, you can say that protected internal member is accessible from any class in the same assembly, including its derived classes. Here you can see I just created an abstract class ABS. It has three methods. One is public integer addition, having a two parameters a and b, returning addition of two parameters, that is a plus b. Second one is integer b, returning a minus b, that is subtraction of two parameters. Third one is logical comparison. You can see here I just given a single parameter integer a. Here you can see if else condition. You can here see if a is equal to 1, that means if a is 1, then it will return 1. If a is greater than 1 and less than 5, then it will be written a is greater than 1 and less than 5. If this both condition is not satisfied, then last one, that is empty string, will be written. Now here you can see I just created another class ABC which inherits abstract class ABS. Inside the abstract class I made a method MUL, that is for multiplication, having a two parameters a and b. It will just return multiplication of 2, a into b. Now in my program.cs, in my main class, what I have done is I created an object of ABC class which is not abstract, which is inherited from abstract class, that is this ABC. Now what I am doing is I am just initializing this object d1 and calling method add, which is written inside a ABS method. You can see here addition is written in ABS method, but it is inherited, so it can call by object of ABC. Similarly, I created another object d2 for subtraction. You can see here. Now third one is ABCD3 for multiplication. It will call multiplication method which is written inside a ABC. Fourth one is string message for logical comparison 1. So if it is 1, so it will return first if block. This condition will be true, so it will return this block. Second one is I have given up 3. So in this case, this comparison is false. This will be a right, so it will return this. Now let me run this application. You can here see I have passed 10 and 20, so addition of these two is 30. I have just passed 20 and 10, so here you can see subtraction is 10. For multiplication 10 and 20, multiplication is 200. I have just passed a A. You can see here A, that is 1, then it returns a if block returns 1. Secondly, I just passed 3, so if condition 1 A equal to 1 is false, so next else condition is true, so it will return when A is 1, then A is greater than 1 and less than 5. This is just an example for an operators and logical operators. For references, you can go through tutorial points and c#corner.com as well. Now let's end the session. Thank you for watching.